Nathan's experience at the faith healing service earlier in the week made a big impression on him, and Pastor Sean Pinder was certainly not shy in front of our cameras, and so we called him up. We thought that if we could get him to our revival event on Saturday, it might help increase the attendance.
So, me and my wife, listen, we're going to be there. I feel like this is a God moment now, Pastor James. So, I will be there.
We're treading a very fine moral line, and it's a difficult position for Nathan to be in. Having met Pastor Sean, I can see that Nathan is again having conflicting thoughts about the continuing deception.
You're doing the Lord's work, Pastor James.
We've arranged a rehearsal for Nathan and the musicians involved in the show. He's also meeting his worship leader, Brenda, for the first time. More than just a singer, Brenda's an experienced worship leader. Her job is to create the right atmosphere for the event and to get the audience into a receptive state before Pastor James takes to the stage. So yeah, I've explained that you're going to be going through the sermon as if there was a full audience there, so you don't need to worry about that seeming, you know, odd. It's vital that Brenda and the band believe in Pastor James and his mission, so he needs to stay in character the whole time. But we learn that Brenda has some friends in Uganda and is keen to chat with Pastor James about his experiences there. Yeah, I just avoid talking too much about Uganda in detail. Or enjoy it and see what you can get away with.
I spent the good part of the last 10 years in Uganda.
Nathan is hitting the Ugandan issue straight on, which may be an overconfident move. And having introduced himself to Brenda and the band, they continue rehearsing whilst we discuss our game plan for the day. I tell Nathan that I think it's a good idea to rehearse the whole sermon here, which he's not happy about. And despite being in full view of everyone, a difficult exchange ensues. We're here for one thing, just to get a sense of the music of harmony. So it is a good idea. And that's
do you want me to fall apart and be shit, or do you want it to be good?
No, I just want you just to bump through that little bit.
This is unbelievable. You guys keep changing stuff. Fucking believable. He was getting rather stressed and started swearing, and the bongo player heard. It's not good.
Come on, everybody, put your hands together.
I'm aware of Nathan's discomfort with this situation, but I think it's important for him to see it through, despite the obvious tension in the room.
Thank you all for having me here tonight. My name is James.
This isn't the first time that his nerves have affected Nathan in this way, and I'm concerned with how he's dealing with pressured situations. Should we move towards the end of the testimony?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So,
You're doing good.
thanks. At least somebody thinks so.
After the rehearsal, I talked to Nathan in the car park about what had happened. How are you feeling in yourself after that?
They must smell that something's a bit odd about all that.
When we were having that conversation about whether you were going to give a little bit of the prayer section or not, and you were getting quite stressed about that, and you ended up going, it's fucking unbelievable, and you were seen doing that, and the bongo player kind of saw you.
Don't make out one time I blow up. Just don't keep pushing something that we've agreed on, and that was what we were talking about.
You can't say this is fucking unbelievable in front of the band. You can't do that, mate. If there's something you don't understand, you go, look, should we have a chat about this? You remain in character.
We agreed on something, and then you seem to change that again just before I'm about to go on, as if the pressure of the situation is going to make me do whatever
and
I agreed what I was going to do, then you changed it.
Yeah.
If you do that just before I go on, then you're not going to get a very good performance, are you?
If that happens again, if you feel there's a conflict for whatever reason, we've spoken about it, something's changed,
Don't
whatever.
create the conflict is the answer.
There's going to be a lot of conflict. We've got 2 days. There's going to be a lot of conflict between now and Saturday. There's going to be a lot of stress. You have to handle that stress, and if you can't...
Derren, this whole thing is stressful. This whole thing is a weight.
So
I've handled it all the time, but if you're going to push me to the nth degree, then I'm either going to leave the building and not do this at all, or we can do what we agreed instead of changing it at the last moment, because that is just... I don't understand how you think that's going to help me do this well.
We see the main gates to the church and airfield are open, so we drive in and head towards the church. And then we discover how protective they are. After the healing moment, it seems as if something miraculous has occurred.
Can you hear me? Say Jesus.